Your dangerous dog attacked me. Sarah's shrill voice cut through the hospital corridor as she clutched her bandaged arm, tears streaking her face. Look what that monster did. I stood frozen, heart hammering in my chest, staring at my sister-in-law in disbelief. Luna, my golden retriever and certified therapy dog, sat calmly at my feet, her warm brown eyes steady, untroubled, showing none of the aggression Sarah was accusing her of. My dog didn't attack you, I said, keeping my voice even despite the fire building inside me. Sarah's husband, my brother, Mike, stood rigid beside her, his expression dark with anger. We have proof, Madison. Look at her arm. Sarah yanked up her sleeve, revealing jagged red scratches and what looked like bite marks. She needs to be put down. She's a menace. The words hit me like a physical blow. Put down, my stomach twisted. Luna pressed against my leg, sensing my distress, offering comfort the way she always did. Dr. Torres, the hospital administrator, stepped forward, her sharp gaze moving between us. Sarah, you're saying this happened in the children's ward? Yes, Sarah nodded vigorously. I was visiting my friend's daughter when that beast lunged at me. No warning, no reason, just pure aggression. Something wasn't adding up. I knew Luna's schedule down to the minute. At 10:30, the time Sarah claimed the attack happened. We were in room 204 with Tommy, a 7-year-old chemotherapy patient, helping him through his morning treatment. I took a slow breath. You said this happened at 10:30. Yes, right after you left her alone in the hallway. A smile pulled at my lips and Sarah's eyes narrowed. What the hell is so funny? She snapped. Security cameras, I said simply. The children's ward has cameras in every hallway. If Luna attacked you, it'll be on video. The color drained from Sarah's face so fast I thought she might faint. Mike's posture stiffened. Then let's check, he said, though doubt crept into his voice. Dr. Torres was already on her phone. Security is pulling the footage now. Minutes later, we were in the security office, the dim room illuminated by the glow of multiple screens. Officer Martinez, the head of hospital security, met us with a grim expression. I've pulled up footage from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock a.m., he said, fingers flying over the keyboard. The screen flickered, showing clear, time-stamped footage. There I was with Luna in room 204, never once stepping outside between 10:15 and 10:45. This can't be right. Sarah's voice rose to a near scream. Check another camera. Officer Martinez clicked through every angle. Luna was nowhere except by my side, in Tommy's room. But something else appeared, something that made my pulse spike. At 10:25, the cameras showed Sarah entering the hospital through a side door, before visiting ours. She disappeared into a restroom and emerged 10 minutes later, clutching her arm. The same arm she now claimed Luna had attacked. Dr. Torres folded her arms. Would you like to explain this? Sarah's breath hitched, and for the first time, her tears looked real, not from pain, but from sheer panic. I just wanted. You wanted my dog put down. I finished, my voice trembling with fury. You faked an attack, hoping no one would check the footage. You tried to ruin Luna's reputation, her life, because you don't like having a dog in the family. Mike took a step back from his wife, his face a mask of shock and betrayal. Tell me you didn't, he whispered. Sarah's silence spoke for her. Officer Martinez's voice was firm. Filing a false report about an animal attack is serious, especially in a hospital. There will be consequences. Dr. Torres turned to me, her expression softening. Madison, I am so sorry. Luna's record remained spotless. In fact, she glanced at her tablet. Her approval to train other therapy dogs just came through this morning. Relief crashed over me. I knelt beside Luna, wrapping my arms around her soft fur, tears spilling onto her coat. She licked my hand gently, ever the professional, even in the midst of chaos. Sarah was escorted out, wailing, I just wanted her to know how it feels to lose something she loves. Mike lingered, looking shattered. Maddie, I had no idea. I really thought, I'm so sorry. I studied him for a moment. You chose to believe her over me, I said quietly. Over Luna, who you've known since she was a puppy. That's not something I can forgive overnight. He nodded, accepting the weight of his mistake. And then, just as he turned to go, Luna did something that made my throat tighten. She walked up to him and pressed her nose against his hand. Therapy dogs don't hold grudges. They just heal, even when the people they comfort don't deserve it. The days after Sarah's attempt to frame Luna were a whirlwind of legal proceedings and family drama. My phone buzzed nonstop, relatives taking sides, some defending Sarah's moment of weakness, others horrified by her actions. I ignored most of them, focusing on what mattered: my work with Luna at the hospital. But Sarah's actions had unexpected consequences. Word spread fast, and soon Luna and I found ourselves in the public eye. Local news stations ran the security footage, highlighting the clear attempt to frame an innocent therapy dog. "I can't believe she's playing the victim," my friend Jessica muttered one evening as we watched Sarah's tearful interview on TV. "Listen to her. I was only trying to protect the children from a dangerous dog." I muted the screen, unable to stomach more lies. Luna lay at my feet, completely unaware she was at the center of so much controversy. The only thing on her mind was her next session with Marcus, a 6-year-old burn victim who had finally started smiling again thanks to their weekly visits. "The hospital's getting calls from all over the country," I told Jessica, scratching behind Luna's ears. "Other facilities want to know about our security protocols, how we document therapy dog behavior." Ironically, Sarah might have helped create better protections for therapy animals. Jessica's lips quirked in a half-smile. "That's one hell of a silver lining." My phone buzzed again. Another message from Mike. He'd been reaching out daily, updates about Sarah's court-mandated psychiatric evaluation, his own counseling sessions. I hadn't responded to any of them. "You'll have to talk to him eventually," Jessica pointed out. "I know." I sighed. But every time I think about how quickly he believed her, how he stood there demanding Luna be put down, I just can't. The next morning at the hospital, Dr. Torres was waiting for me. "The American Therapy Dog Association wants to feature Luna in their national campaign," she said. "They say her story highlights the importance of protecting certified therapy animals." I glanced down at Luna. As if on cue, she spotted a little girl in a wheelchair across the waiting room. Her tail wagged, a soft request for permission to approach. "What would the campaign involve?" I asked, giving Luna the hand signal to greet. She patted over, resting her head gently on the girl's lap. "They want to document her daily work, show what therapy dogs really do, especially now, with all this attention on false accusations and safety concerns." I watched as the girl's tearful eyes turned to wonder, her tiny hands stroking Luna's fur. "Okay," I agreed. But Luna's patients come first. Filming began the next week. The crew captured Luna in action, helping Tommy through another grueling chemotherapy session, staying calm amid beeping monitors and IV drips, supporting Marcus as he took his first shaky steps in physical therapy, using her as a steadying presence. Midway through filming, an unexpected visitor arrived. Mike. He looked nervous, clutching a thick folder. 5 minutes, he said. "Please." I hesitated, then led him into an empty consultation room. Luna followed, instinctively positioning herself between us, a subtle but clear red on the tension in the room. "Sarah's been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder," Mike said, opening the folder. "She's been instigating incidents with therapy animals for months. 3 other hospitals reported issues before this." I stared at him, and he never noticed. "She always had excuses, always made it seem like the animals were at fault. I believed her because," his voice cracked, "because it was easier than admitting something was really wrong." I folded my arms. "So now what?" "I'm divorcing her," he said, voice raw, "not just because of Luna, because I finally see how much I let her manipulate me, how much damage I allowed her to do." Luna, sensing his distress, moved closer. After a hesitation, Mike reached out, resting a hand on her head. She stayed still, letting him absorb the moment. "She's getting help now," he continued. "But I needed you to know I was wrong. About her. About Luna. About everything." I studied my brother, seeing the guilt, the regret. And for the first time, the anger I'd been holding onto didn't feel quite as heavy. Outside, the camera crew had been filming through the window. Later, they told me that moment, my brother breaking down, Luna offering silent comfort, became the heart of the campaign. Because therapy dogs don't just help patients. Sometimes they help heal families too. 3 months after Sarah's incident, the Therapy Dog campaign launched, surpassing all expectations. Luna became the face of a national movement to protect therapy animals, her gentle eyes and calm presence gracing posters in hospitals across the country. "Your dog has changed the way we certify therapy animals," Dr. Torres told me one morning as we watched Luna comfort a group of anxious children preparing for surgery. Every hospital in our network has installed additional security cameras and strengthened documentation protocols. The irony wasn't lost on me. Sarah's attempt to destroy Luna's reputation had, in the end, reinforced protections for therapy animals everywhere. That afternoon, I received an unexpected email from Sarah's psychiatrist requesting a meeting. After some hesitation, I agreed. The next day, Luna and I met her in her office. "Sarah has made significant progress," the psychiatrist said, as Luna sat calmly at my feet. "She's asked to make amends, but more importantly, she wants to understand why she did what she did." I considered saying no. But then I looked at Luna, the embodiment of the lessons we taught the children in our program. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting, but it can mean growth. A week later, I met Sarah in the hospital's meditation garden. She looked different, smaller somehow, stripped of the aggressive confidence she once wore like armor. "I didn't expect you to come," she said quietly, keeping her distance from Luna. "I almost didn't," I admitted. But Luna taught me something important. Sometimes the people who need help the most are the ones who fight against it the hardest. Sarah's eyes filled with tears as she watched Luna, who remained still, offering neither judgment nor comfort. "I was jealous," she whispered, "of how much Mike loved her, of how everyone praised your work. I wanted to destroy something good because I couldn't stand seeing someone else succeed." It wasn't a perfect apology, but it was honest. Luna, ever professional, maintained her position by my side, neither retreating nor approaching. The Therapy Dog campaign concluded with a special ceremony at the hospital. Luna received an honorary award for her contributions to therapy animal advocacy, though she seemed far more interested in the tennis ball that came with it than the actual plaque. Mike attended the ceremony, standing quietly in the back. Our relationship was healing, slowly, in cautious steps forward with occasional steps back. Luna, as always, played a crucial role in that process, her unconditional acceptance showing us both what forgiveness could look like. "We're starting a new training program," I told him after the ceremony. "Teaching handlers how to protect their therapy animals while still maintaining a compassionate approach. Would you like to help?" His expression shifted from surprise to something softer, hope. "Really? Really?" I nodded. Sometimes the best advocates are the ones who've seen both sides of the story. As I write this, Luna sleeps peacefully beside me, her work vest hung by the door, ready for tomorrow's hospital rounds. Sarah's actions, while painful, led to lasting change, stronger protections for therapy animals, and a deeper understanding of their impact. But more importantly, they reaffirmed what I had always known, that even in darkness, a dog's capacity for forgiveness can light the way forward. The children at the hospital don't know about the drama that unfolded months ago. They only know that Luna still visits faithfully, offering her quiet support during their treatments, making them smile when nothing else can. And maybe that's the greatest victory of all, that despite everything, Luna never lost her ability to love and heal. Dr. Torres often says that every crisis carries a gift if we're willing to look for it. In our case, the gift was the opportunity to protect therapy animals while reminding the world just how precious they truly are. Luna and I continue our rounds, finding meaning in every quiet moment of connection. And as for Sarah, last I heard, she was still in therapy, still working to understand her actions and make amends. Luna taught me that healing isn't about grand gestures, it's about small moments of grace, offered freely and without judgment, because that's what therapy dogs do. They show us the best version of ourselves, even when we struggle to see it, and that is worth protecting at all costs.